This is another recipe for using leftover cooked chicken. I'm Tess, and tonight I'm making a delicious, creamy chicken and spinach lasagna. Stay tuned. Not only is this chicken and spinach lasagna delicious and comforting, but also a great way to use leftover chicken. I'm getting everything ready to assemble the lasagna. This is going to be the ricotta layer. I have 1 pint of ricotta cheese, a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, 1 egg, and a 1/2 teaspoon of dried parsley, giving everything a good mix. I'm not adding any salt because I know the cheese will have plenty. Next, I'm making the sauce, and I'm first making a roux. In my saucepan, I have 4 tablespoons of butter, and I'm adding in a 1/4 cup of flour. Whisking and cooking on medium heat for about 2 minutes, or until the flour is absorbed and the flour taste cooks out. Now I'm slowly adding in about 3 3/4 cups of milk. I'm turning my heat up to a medium-high to bring this up to a simmer. For the spices, I have a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, and 2 tablespoons of fresh basil, or here I'm using pesto that I need to use, or you can use 1 teaspoon of dried basil, a little salt and black pepper to taste, giving that a good stir. Once the sauce comes to a light simmer and the sauce slightly thickens, I'm adding in about a 1/2 cup of grated mozzarella cheese, or you can use Parmesan cheese, giving that a stir until the cheese melts and removing from the heat. I'm reserving about 1 cup of the sauce for the bottom and top of the casserole. This is 4 cups of cubed cooked chicken from a chicken that I baked earlier in the week, giving that a good stir to combine. And one last thing, we still need to make the spinach layer for the lasagna. In my pan on medium heat, I'm adding in a couple tablespoons of butter and about a tablespoon of olive oil. 1 cup each of finely diced onions and bell peppers. Cooking and stirring for 3 to 4 minutes, and then I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Cooking and stirring for a minute, and then adding a 1/2 teaspoon each of oregano and Italian seasonings. Each layer should be full of flavor. Giving that a stir and cooking for another minute, and then adding in 1 package of baby spinach. This looks like a lot of spinach, but it will wilt down as it cooks, and this will take about 2 to 3 minutes. Once done, I'm removing from the heat. We are finally ready to put this chicken spinach lasagna together. I have my oven preheating to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. In my baking dish, I'm swirling a couple ladles of the sauce on the bottom. I'm using no-bake lasagna noodles tonight, just layering and breaking the noodles to fit the pan. Next, some scoops of the ricotta mixture and leveling out. Now some of the spinach mixture. A nice layer of the chicken and sauce, and leveling out as best I can. Half of my grated cheese, and I'm using a combo of mozzarella and pepper jack for a little kick. Another layer of lasagna noodles, ricotta mixture, spinach mixture, the rest of the chicken and sauce, a final layer of the lasagna noodles, and the other half of my reserve sauce. Covering this with foil and baking at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes, And then I'm uncovering, sprinkling the rest of the cheese on top, and baking for another 15 to 20 minutes. The chicken spinach lasagna is done, and it smells oh so good. Letting this rest for a good 15 minutes and then serving. This is a rich and comforting meal. You can taste the creamy basil and garlic sauce with the layers of chicken, spinach, ricotta, and those comforting lasagna noodles. I hope you give this creamy chicken and spinach lasagna a try and enjoy. If you like this video recipe, please hit the like and subscribe button. Remember to hit the bell next to the subscribe to make sure that you get my future video recipes. You can also find me on Facebook and at my website. Feel free to share this recipe and my channel with your friends and family. And until next time, much love!